Hello, sweet soul. How are you? How are you doing? How are you feeling? How is your heart? How is your body, that which hosts your soul? I'm so glad to be here with you today. I'm coming in because I have a new set of messages of guidance that's risen from my soul. I call it the resonance of the moment. And the main message is let in all the love. Let it all in. But before I share that full message with you, I wanted to say hi. Hello, how are you? I'm Maggie. I am a storyteller and a ritualist and an author and an entrepreneur and all these things. But at my heart, I am here to teach people how to hear their soul, how to hear the calm and all-knowing wisdom and language that rises from within when you get quiet and listen. It is a language. It is not just a sensation or a feeling. It is the language of love that rises from within. It's buried deep within there for some, right? And right now, so many of us are awakening to the fact that we are a soul, that we are pure love, that we are pure compassion. And it's only upon us to remember that. I share all this wisdom and all these stories through my newsletter, which you can subscribe to in the description, through my programs and workshops and ceremonies, and right here when I hear the call. I actually have a new program launching next month. It's a group journey for 6 months. It's called ENLIGHT, and I'll link it in the description as well. But let's get to the goodness for which we are here, because there were many messages that came forward this morning in stillness, and I want to lay them all on the altar between us and allow you to feel into them. Allow your body to wrap itself around the messages and see what resonates for your soul. So the main message is let in all the love. And when I heard it, I asked for clarification, and it said, not necessarily all the love from others. We will get there, but the love you have for yourself, because that is the key, that is the pivot point to calling in the love from others, to allowing the love that's out there in the field that wishes to just come to you, stick to you, follow you, find you. And I know love is a complicated topic, and I know it's complicated for many of my clients who come to me because in some way, shape, or form, they're all looking for love, right? We're all looking for love in a romantic partner. Many of us are, or in friendship, or in family, right? There are other kinds of love. Some of us are looking for a purpose or a profession that really speaks to our heart. That is love, right? Some of us are looking for adventure, travel, new experiences, new opportunities. That is another kind of love, right? Love is a frequency. And when we operate at the frequency of love, all that is meant for us arrives into the field. It just arrives. There's no hustling or forcing. Certainly, we're taking some actions. We're not sitting still in a chair, right? Just like this, waiting for it to arrive, though sometimes that happens. We are taking some inspired action. But all the loves of your life, all of them, they're waiting for you in the field. They're waiting for you to attune to their frequency. So, what I heard several supporting messages to let in all the love. And I want to lay them on the altar, right? And let you feel into them. The first one is a pillar of my ENLIGHT program. The ENLIGHT program is a sacred elemental journey to really deepen self-love, embody your soul's wisdom, and ignite your innate magnetism. And there are 12 pillars that guide us through our elemental journey, because we work deeply with the elements. We work with water, right? We work with fire, we work with earth, we work with air, and we work with ether, the fifth element. And one of the pillars along that journey is what came to the surface this morning in stillness when this message dropped in. And that pillar is release resistance. I know it sounds so simple. Release resistance, feel your emotions, go with the flow of what is unfolding in your life. You are not here to fight a quote unquote losing battle. You are not here to swim upstream against the current. We want you to release resistance, release your armor, release what you have that protects you, that stops you from feeling. Release resistance and feel all of your emotions, because to feel them is to integrate them and to forgive them, right? That is the process of becoming. We feel, we allow, right? And then the feelings get to become a part of us. And we forgive them. We allow them. We show ourselves love and compassion. You get to show yourself compassion. That is the key to letting in all the love. Your self-forgiveness and your self-compassion. So that's the first message, supporting message that dropped in around let in all the love. The second one was harsher. I felt an ancestral energy around it. And listen, our ancestors are pure love in some ways. And also, they still retain like their personality and their pain and their wounds, especially if they're recently passed ancestors. And my ancestors on my mother's line, some of them can be very direct. And this supporting message was direct. I'm going to soften it for you, of course. That's what I do, right? Because this existence is meant to be gentle. At least that's what I hear, right? It doesn't mean that we won't suffer, but it's upon us to allow the most gentlest path, the most gentle path. So the second message is stop complaining. Stop spreading negativity. Stop speaking about what you don't want. Stop complaining about this person or that person or this person. Because, sweet souls, words are spells. They carry vibration and intention. And so the offering, the request, the invitation is to stop saying negative things, right? You can judge. You're entitled to judge. I try to judge as little as possible, but it happens, right? I try to switch it and move judgment, shift it into discernment, right? Because I can discern what is for me, right? I can judge and discern what is appropriate for me and what I just need to leave by the wayside, right? So I invite you into discernment, quiet discernment, because anything you put out in the world in the form of words, it calls in more of the same, period. My life shifted when I started using my soul's voice to articulate who I was, what I was feeling, what I wished for in my life, to all the energies with whom I collaborate. My whole life changed. Your ancestors, and if you believe in guides or angels, they wish to collaborate with you and they want to hear what you want. So Stop speaking about negativity and start speaking from the soul's voice. Start speaking from the love within you, right? Stop the sarcasm and the teasing. A little bit of that is okay in a very intimate relationship, but I avoid it generally altogether, right? Because I don't need to call that into my life. And typically, sarcasm and teasing are sort of masking or hiding some sort of insecurity. And so I go toward the insecurity and root it out and try to understand it and bring curiosity to it. So the second supporting message to let in all the love is to stop complaining. I'm not saying don't feel, right? That was the first supporting message. Feel it all. Feel it and allow it. But speak what you wish to embody, what you wish to be in the world, what you wish to make into existence. Stop speaking about the negative. And stop complaining about other people. Their journey is their business. It has nothing to do with you. You're on a completely different journey, right? And then there was a third message. I wrote them down because I didn't want to forget them. And these messages are just part of what I teach, part of how I guide you through to allow your soul's emergence. But also, they can be really pointed or important for particular moments. And right now, the message is remember your wholeness. Remember who you are. Remember that you are here watching this video, perhaps not because you're on a healing journey, because you were never broken, because you're on a wholeness journey. And you're just retrieving parts of you and bringing them back and integrating them into the whole. Remember your wholeness. Remember the love you have for you. You do this by going within. Simple. In stillness, in quiet, in solitude. So few people wish to do that these days. They don't want to do it unless there's something in it for them, right? And I get it. Totally get it, right? I only want to meditate 20 minutes a day if it's going to lower my stress and anxiety by 20%. Whatever it is, I'm pulling that number out of the air. That's fine. That's okay. That is the way to begin. I get it. That is the way to begin. I remember sitting in meditation for hours a day, 2, 3, 4 hours a day, sitting in stillness. And then I heard there are lots of other ways to be in stillness, to allow my soul's voice to speak about my wholeness, to help me remember my wholeness. You can meditate. You can walk down to the sea and sit by the sand. You can walk in the forest and touch the moss on the trees, right? You can sit around a fire or simply sit around a candle and gaze into it. There are so many ways to do this. I have a really simple way to do this for me that has worked, that I've integrated into my life. Every morning I sit with cacao, with ceremonial cacao, with the spirit of cacao. First thing I do in the morning, right? I wake, I make a cup of cacao, I sit in stillness with a candle. I honor the energies and the earth, that which bore the cacao, and I sip it in gratitude with reverence, and I infuse intention into that cup, and I say, thank you, right? And as the cacao drifts into my body and assimilates, I sit and receive. And maybe that stillness in which I remember my wholeness or retrieve parts of me involves speaking to my soul, saying, what do I need to know today, sweet soul? What do I need to know today? Maybe there are words that surface, or one word that surfaces, right? Maybe there are visuals that surface, or signs, symbols that surface. Maybe there is a presence that feels alive in the field, because the ancestors are always around us. They're right here. They're always here with us. I can always feel them. I am never alone. Even in stillness, they are there with me. But it's in that place in stillness that I can express gratitude, express reverence, sit at the altar of me, wrestle through my emotions, allow them, understand them, and then get into the energy of what I'm calling in this life, of the work I want to do, of the people I want to meet, of the love I want to allow. So, those are 3 messages that support the overarching message, which is let in all the love. Let it all in. What else are you here for? Let me tell you right now, you are not here to simply go to your job, unless it is the thing that lights up your soul. You are not here to simply go to the gym, unless moving the energy in your body moves the emotions in your body and allows you to come into your fullest expression, right? You are not here just to pay your bills, to pay your landlord, to pay your mortgage, right? In fact, you are here to be free, to feel free, to liberate yourself from systems that wish to hold you down, that wish for you to not see the potential of this reality and your connection to all the dimensions, your multidimensionality, right? You are not here to simply build up a retirement account, because you know that in some way, shape, or form, like, now is the time to invest yourself in your dreams. The future is not guaranteed. Your lifetime is unknown. I mean, it is known on a soul level. It is known by your sweet soul who came into this world, right? You forgot it. We forget everything we came into this world with. But it's natural to presume that you have no idea how long you will be alive in this body. So go within, get still. Remember that you are the love you are seeking, and make your dreams come true. They're there for a reason. They're there on purpose. And I'm just listening to see if anything else wants to come through. 2 seconds. That was a lot, so I invite you into the next breath with me, in through the nose and out through the mouth. You are the love you are seeking. And when you remember that you are the love, when you worship at the altar of you, everything outside of you will naturally come to you. Simple. Simple. So that's the message for the moment. I'm feeling into the frequency of these messages, and I've heard some guidance to keep these as resonance messages and stories for the moment, because I could arrive tomorrow with another one, or I could arrive in a week with another one, right? Take care of you, and all the details on my new group journey, ENLIGHT, are going to be linked in the description. I'm sending you so much love and I'll be back again very, very soon.